Since Tuesday, I guess, we've been talking with the 4 local nominees in the PC vote that's coming up tomorrow. We end today with former City Alderman Darren Hirsch. How are you, sir?
Very good, Liam.
Good to see you again.
Thanks for having me.
Let's get right into it. You have been in the banking industry for some time now. The skills that you do on a day-to-day basis in your job now, how do you think those relate to being able to carry over into an employee as an MLA?
Well, I think from a business perspective, definitely my job currently is to manage relationships with borrowers and people that are in business. Bottom line is we look, as a banker, you look for a healthy bottom line, good assets and liabilities. You need some debt, but ultimately it's just the health of the organization that I look for and try to support as we move along. So.
I remember when you got out of civic politics, you kind of did it against your will, just with some conflict of interest maybe with your job. What is stoking your fire now to get back into politics at a higher level? Well,
I've always had a passion for politics. I mean, I guess I took the well-traveled route, is have a family, get a job, and get a career type of thing. But, you know, it was always with me. I always wanted to get involved, and it was tough to only serve one term as an alderman. But, you know, I waited patiently, went for different opportunities within the community, sat on different boards. But always had a passion for it, even since I was 17, following the PC party. So, yeah, it was always with me, and now this is a great opportunity. So.
Premier Redford has come in and kind of, some people would say, given a shot in the arm to the PC party. Other people maybe who aren't PC supporters saying that maybe she's done some bad for the party. Are you a Redford supporter, and why or why not?
I think anyone that decides to run for MLA has to be a supporter of the Premier. Despite philosophy and some differences of opinion, I think for the most part the foundation of the party still exists, and I consider myself a fiscal conservative, and I think she is too. There has been some talk that she is a little bit more to the left within that right spectrum, but you know what, part of my role is to be a voice for Medicine Hat, and that would be some fiscal good management and you know, and social management as well. So I think I'm very much a supporter. I think she brought some good life back to the party.
Okay, now both Redford and her predecessor, Premier Ed Stelmach before her, kind of an interesting way how they kind of came up through the middle in the leadership races and kind of overtook the front runner because there were votes split, and the specifics have been well documented. Any worry that something like that can happen on the local level here on Saturday?
Lots of worry. You know, I'm acting like I'm in last place, and I've been telling my supporters, and the support's been overwhelming. But I've been basically saying, you know what, I need you at the polls, so I don't want to leave any vote unturned, if you will. I'm a real student of history, and really I just don't want it to repeat itself on Saturday. So. Right.
Okay, so let's say Saturday comes and goes, and you are the successful man, and you will be in there vying to be our next MLA. Maybe outside of the main things that everyone talks about, the bridge at the Dunmore and Trans-Canada, the event center, what is something that you think needs to be addressed right away that's maybe not mainstream?
I think some of the things I've been doing since I've been off council, and part of it with my role at the Chamber of Commerce, was to work with businesses and identify opportunities both upstream and downstream for their customers, who's their clients, and try to look at uniting them and maybe thinking about coming to Medicine Hat. I think the answer to our economic development, and that's one of the things I think is important, is to push for what can we do from within ourselves to promote ourselves. I think it's silly for us to rely on any formal level of government. I think we need to be, you know, our destiny lies in our own hands. So hopefully, you know, going forward, that's certainly something that I will try to do in my future role, hopefully.
Good stuff, sir. Well, thank you so much for coming in. Good luck on Saturday. And of course, a big day. If you're a card-carrying member, or if you're not, you can do it that day. Go vote, and let's see who the exciting new representative will be. All righty, thank you for joining us. Robert Buffum has you covered for the Chat News at 5:30.